They say small towns are safe. But let me tell you about a village in the UK where shadows don't just fall, they follow you. This isn't some urban legend, it's a real place, a village called Pluckley, known as the most haunted village in England. And what happened to a man named Stephen there will leave you questioning everything you think you know about the dark. Stephen was a skeptic. Ghost stories, folklore, all nonsense to him. So when his friends dared him to spend one night alone in Pluckley's infamous Screaming Woods, he laughed. But by the next morning, no one was laughing. Stephen entered the woods just before dusk. Armed with nothing but his phone and a flashlight, he was determined to prove his friends wrong. At first, it was just the usual forest sounds, rustling leaves, distant owl calls. But as the night grew darker, the air seemed to change. Then the screams began, faint at first, like a distant cry carried on the wind. He brushed it off. "Foxes," he muttered to himself. But the cries grew louder, closer. They weren't animal sounds, they were human. His flashlight flickered, and in the brief moments of darkness he thought he saw something. Movement, not an animal, a figure standing still, watching him. Panicked, Stephen called out, "Who's there?" No answer. Just the screaming, now so loud it felt like it was coming from inside his own head. Stephen ran, but no matter how far or fast he went, the screams followed. His phone died, his flashlight gave out completely, and then silence. For a moment, he thought he was safe, until he felt a cold hand grip his shoulder. He spun around, and there was no one there, just the faint outline of someone standing between the trees. Stephen was found the next morning, pale as a ghost. So what do you think Stephen saw in those woods? Let me know in the comments. Real or myth?